So DeMeco Ryans, the defensive coordinator, what a job he's done. 3rd and 4. Herbert's got time. Nobody's open downfield. He takes off and throws. What a catch! Everett brings it in inside the 35-yard line. Herbert made that happen out of the pocket, and the veteran Everett with the first down at the Niners 32. The 32. Play action, shot downfield, breaking open for the touchdown. It's DeAndre Carter. So Carter runs through the Niners secondary, and the Chargers walk it down the field on the opening drive to take a 6-0 lead.
That is the worst.
He jumped the ball quick, 3 in a row. McCaffrey first down to the 48-yard line. Easily 8 yards on that one for Christian Hughes. 3rd and 6. Garoppolo over the middle. It's complete for the first down to the 42-yard line. It is Jawan Jennings. The outstanding Trent Williams, still as good as ever in his 13th year. From the 42-5 to the pattern, Garoppolo. Hard on the run by Ayuk. Into the secondary he goes to the 22-yard line. Give him 20 and a first down, and this is what the Niners can do now. 2nd and goal. McCaffrey back in there. Gonna give inside. It's Debo on the run. To the 2, and that's what you wanted to see. Debo, McCaffrey back there.
Hard.
And now you got Kittle down here, too. 3rd and goal. Inside give. McCaffrey stopped by the Chargers front. So what will Kyle Shanahan do here? Go for the field goal or go for it?
He's going to have to step in.
So Robbie Gould is on to try this short 20-yard field goal. He's had a couple blocked, including a short one earlier this year.
Watch out for Fred Warner up here.
3rd and 4, Sony Michel is the back, and Herbert fires. Beautiful pass caught by Joshua Palmer to the 42-yard line with Hufanga and Ward in coverage. A first down for the Chargers, a perfectly placed throw. Rookie out of Southern California has been an impact guy in his first year. 3rd and 3, the Herbert throw is incomplete. Palmer could not get turned around as he was covered by Greenlaw. Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, is the backup. It is Garoppolo with time and firing in the middle. Ayuk brings it down. And he's lost the football. He threw him down before he was down, and it's recovered by Asante Samuel Jr. So the turnover here. Empty out the backfield. Niners bring the heat. Herbert throwing end zone for Palmer. Couldn't bring it in. Diamador Lenore was all the way with him in coverage and will bring up a field goal attempt of about 46 yards. Here is the rookie, Cameron Dicker. What a year he's had. What an adventure from 47 yards. This one just sneaks in.
He can't miss.
He can do no wrong.
But they know each other's style inside out. Very different styles.
3rd and 3. McCaffrey stays in to block. Garoppolo tries to run for it. Not going to get there. Only gets 2. And Drew Tranquil again. Push inside. They got a piece of it. And blocked it. Nick Neiman, I think, got a hand on it for the Chargers. And they're going to get the ball for the 2nd time this game in Niners territory. It was Neiman, the special teams unit of Ryan Ficken, has really transformed the culture of special teams here. Flipped the ball as he got it in his hand, slowed the process down just a little bit. Time for Neiman to get in there. Time for Herbert to capitalize. To Eckler. Austin will take it to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards on first down. 2nd and 10. On the run, caught this time across the middle by Carter, fighting for the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 5. Getting goal, Herbert. Escape, he was going to try to flip it, but Bosa had his right leg. And Nick Bosa gets another sack, 9.5 on the season. Cameron Dicker from 25 yards. Remains perfect on his NFL career. 3rd and 12. Garoppolo across the middle for Kittle. Got it, hung on. First down and more. A little spark they needed. First down since the opening quarter. The 44, Garoppolo. Nothing open, gets out. Flag down, McLeod has it. Ray down the sideline. Inside the 25-yard line. If it holds up, it's 36 yards. Let's check the flag. As Melissa told you, is running back onto the field now. Garoppolo swings it. McCaffrey's got blocks. McCaffrey inside the 10. At the 5-yard line, James tries to pull him down. First and goal for the 49ers. Let's see if they can pound it in from the 1-yard line with Juszczyk in front of McCaffrey. Garoppolo keeps into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Big play here. Niners get the ball to start the second half. They wanted the false start and don't get it. And that power arm gets it through to Carter for the first down. The Niners bench went ballistic, thinking Sorrell, the right tackle, should have been called for an early start.
They're not going to let him feel comfortable this time. They're up.
3rd and 6. Niners bringing some pressure. Herbert got away from one. He's on the run, and he's going to get close to the first down. Direct shot there. Ball comes out late. Herbert on a knee here. A flag is down as well. So a lot going on with 30 seconds remaining.
At the end of the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 57. Number 57 has been disqualified from the game. First down.
3rd down and 10 coming up. And an empty backfield. Niners bring 4. Daniel trying to escape, and he'll get sacked at the 22-yard line. Bosa in pursuit. Chargers will let the clock run down because getting them checked is the right thing to do. Dicker from 40 ends the half with his 3rd field goal. With Tua Tagovailoa in Miami against Buffalo. For now, it's Garoppolo and the Niners offense to the 25. Swing it out. McCaffrey. And people running everywhere. And McCaffrey's running downfield for a gain of 21 to the 46-yard line. 3rd reception for McCaffrey, 39 yards. This is a run with Deebo Samuel. First time we see that. And Samuel to the secondary, to the 40-yard line. So 2 good plays for the Niners out of the gate with their 2 offensive threats.
And now we're starting to see a few more times where they're not doing it.
29-yard line. McCaffrey run into the secondary. McCaffrey pulled out at the 17-yard line. Chris, this is the form we saw when he had 1,000 yards receiving and rushing that all-pro season.
He sort of glides back across.
17, this time it's Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell cannot be stopped. And another first down, and now the 49ers are doing what many thought they would do coming in. Garoppolo's got 5 options. Throw in end zone. It's incomplete through the hands of Ayuk and almost bounced the other way in Asante Samuel's hands. Robbie Gould extra point would be for the lead. Instead, it's a field goal to make it a 3-point game. 2 possessions. Out of the pistol with Elijah Mitchell as the back, and Mitchell tackled by Drew Tranquill and a gain of 8 yards. 28, right back to it. It is Mitchell again. He'll go to the 34-yard line. That's a first down. They were really excited to get him back. Trouble here. Khalil Mack's got it, and he's got him, and he's down for a loss of 10. So Mack, not fooled at all, was waiting and comes up with sack number 7 on the season.
Being in the face of the quarterback like that.
3rd and 20, going to throw it this way and make him run. He'll chase Deebo Samuel. Won't catch him. Deebo trying to get there, but he's 4 short of the first down. And Alohi Gilman was holding on to him. Tachu brought the heat there, the veteran. McCaffrey in the back, 3rd and 5. There's throw to the sidelines, complete for the first down to Juwan Jennings. There's a couple of big catches here for Jennings. This one to the 39 moves the chain. 3rd and 8, 5 of the pattern. Garoppolo's throw. Catch Jennings, run
Great
Jennings.
play.
First down Jennings, still going. And the momentum builds from the Chargers side of midfield. Mitchell, big run. Gain of 9. Derwin James hanging on for the tackle. 26, here comes the pressure. Garoppolo throws, it is caught. It's Ayuk to the 5, to the 2-yard line. Big play by Brandon Ayuk, and Garoppolo with the pressure on.
A fantastic block in front that really set up that play.
They didn't sub, so they don't have to wait. McCaffrey to the goal line. In for the touchdown. The flag down's going to be offside on the Chargers. McCaffrey's score gives the Niners the lead. Niners playing 7 back. Herbert 4. Herbert deep drop, looking downfield. He's got to check it down. He doesn't have his best tight end, so Trey McKinney's got it. He's not even close. He's at the 28-yard line. Gerald Everett's been out most of this half with a groin injury. Everett not there. Taking over from the 30. It is Mitchell again. Right through the middle for 13 yards to the 43-yard line and a first down. 3rd and 9. Garoppolo looking, searching, fires to the sideline. It's caught with a flag down. Ayuk's got it. First down away to the 36. 4 rush. Garoppolo throws. Here goes Deebo Samuel. Goes down inbounds at the 41-yard line. Wisnowski will try to pin him way back. DeAndre Carter lets it go. It's going to be 99 yards to take it. 3rd and 10. Herbert gets it out. It's McKinney. Hit at the 8-yard line. Herbert gets rid of it as he got hit. It's incomplete. Palmer couldn't bring it in. The pressure was on Herbert. He got knocked down, and the game's not over yet with the 3 timeouts. Mitchell the back, 3rd and goal. He's got it. He goes down. There at the 2. And they'll bring up 4th and goal. There's the timeout taken. So this Charger defense took so many punches throughout this game. A short one from 20 to make the lead 6. And he does. They got off the edge. Got close, but that get-off time was just in time. And with a minute left, it is a 6-point game. Asante Samuel Jr. came flying.
He's going to see the ball.
No timeouts, 53 seconds. Need a touchdown. Sideline shot. That ball is Hufanga picking it off. And run out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Omenihu got the pressure, got the arm. Hufanga gets the pick. And the Niners are going to get the victory. Number 4 on the year for the 2nd-year player out of USC. And the 49ers will pitch a second-half shutout and come away with the victory and leave both teams at 5-4.